Goeiemorgen mensen. Today is Workers' Day, the 1st of May. A nice little public holiday. So what a better way to celebrate it than to do some work in the garden. I don't like leaves. So yeah, that's from Saturday until now. Nice and fresh. I did a little bit of a cleanup and a mow, which is what you saw previously in the video. What got this video started off. And now we've got this whole bloody lot again to clean up. And you should see the front yard. The front yard is horrendous because I didn't clean that on Saturday. So now it's a double whammy. But yeah, that's this time of the year. And it shan't be long before this Witstankhout is cleared up. And then I can start trimming it. I'll start pruning it. Remember, just basic rules of pruning. You aim for all the stuff that fires downward because it's pointless. And all the stuff that fires inward. So if branches are, like you take a main branch like that, branches that are firing back, or little ones that are firing back in towards the center of the tree, those are what you remove. All the stuff that fires down, you also remove. And that's like an easy way of looking into it. I think I've actually got a video on pruning somewhere in this mess of videos of mine. But yeah, you get rid of all the, these are called water sprouts. So that's from when you chop the branch like that, you get a one of those, like an upside down root system. And those aren't proper branches. One or two of them might be, like that is maybe starting something that's correct. The rest you remove and clean up. That's from poor pruning. So some of this is right and some of it is wrong. Anyway, let's clean up and get a mow on. Done. Barely took off 2.5 catches full, but I definitely say I do believe that lime is doing what it needs to do. Remember, dolomitic or agricultural lime, it takes quite some time to do what it needs to do in the soil. Obviously there's going to be some effect that you see immediately, sometimes you imagine it, but it should take a good couple of months for it to actually start doing its thing, which is why it's a good time to apply lime in general. Doesn't sort of really matter where you are in the world around winter, because everything's going to start shutting down. You're not going to see any many positive or negative effects by applying lime in winter. It will work its way into the soil and it will do its thing over the years. So a pretty simple and straightforward process. I think though that I've managed to score by doing it now in autumn, and we've all of a sudden had a couple of hot weeks again. Yeah, even reaching the 30s and over the 30s in some cases. So we've been blessed this autumn so far. So we push it and we try and keep our lawns as nice as possible for as long as possible, so that winter, our lawns enter winter as best as possible, so we can have a great spring. And I do think this next growing season, I'm going to put a bit more effort into my lawn. I went for the lazy man approach this year. I said that I'd do that in the beginning of the year, or the beginning of the season. And I did, and I don't think it worked out. Being lazy on your lawn doesn't help. You can get away with, I mean, if you consider this to be as good as what you want it to be, then in fact it did work. But I would like it to be just a bit better. I'm definitely not going to mow over 20 millimeters ever again. I mean, this is still 15 mils and it's looking great. So I'm very, very happy with the progress so far. Anyway, once again, I have forgotten to mow around the corner, so let me do that quick. Alright, so that's done, looking nice and tidy. You can see I've been doing some other cleaning and gardening and stuff like that. Remember, some time back I said I would catch you guys up every now and then on garden progress in general. Obviously I cut out the new beds and whatnot. I've been putting in irrigation. That's now mostly running correct. The swimming pool still needs to be touched up irrigation wise, and funny enough there I've opted for, I'm going to run an above ground line with micro sprays on it. I've done some testing and I feel that they are the best for this area in particular, and I'm going above ground for that line on its own, because hopefully in the next couple of months I'll be able to redo the paving for the pool. I want to get the pool redone, re-marbleite or whatever you call it, and then get the paving around the pool redone, maybe change the shape. Then if I do that, I don't want to install the irrigation line and then pull it back out and redo it again. So I'd rather just leave it above ground for now and have the micro sprays in, and they'll go all the way around as one zone up to there. And then this little area that I've been working on, I'm going to try and kind of make, you can see what I've done with the lavender there. I think I did an update on the lavender when I planted it. Can't really remember, but I want to sort of make a continuation of this. So this kind of effect, but right from here. So when you walk in, it'll be lavender bush. I'm thinking about something like this with this variegated something or the other. Kind of go around and flow and actually curve around like that and then back down. So all these guys will come out, they'll be divided and planted or scattered, or I don't really know that portion yet, but something along the lines to keep like some sort of structure. And then all the fluffy stuff at the back, I'll change that. It won't be like, because I planted that to sort of build up a mass back there, but it was a crap idea. So that's all going to come back out. And then, so hopefully we'll have lavender-ish structure, the pathway, more lavender, the variegated thingamabobs, tough what-whats in between, and that should hopefully create some different height. The potato bushes, I think I'm going to take them out to create more of like a clear view of the pool. And then, and also I realized the potato bushes transplant pretty easily. So we took one out that was over here, planted it down there, and it's doing just fine. So these guys might be pulled out and either scattered here or put somewhere else. I'm not really sure yet, but I do like the idea of having this height here as well. So maybe I'll pull them out and plant some here and some here. I don't really know yet. Around the corner, we've got the chrysanthemums. These guys flowered right after I planted them. I sort of just pulled them out the ground over there, stuck them in here. They flowered. After flowering, I called my son out and we pruned them right back, and they've already started budding. You can see I've planted, I've tried doing some cuttings of poinsettia, which I had successful at the front of the house. This guy's not doing so well, but just observing the rest that are around the corner, I'll show that to you in a sec. You can see these are guys doing all right. This is doing fine. I planted up to about here, and then these little poinsettias here, check this out. So I planted another woody one over here, no buds, green one full of buds, and then the offcut from the tip of that green one, which is what you don't normally plant, I just stuck it in the ground, cut the tip off of that, and this guy's budded the best. So how about that? Anyway, there's a little garden catch up. I'm sick of this video now. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my day off. Like, subscribe. We'll see you sometime. Cheers.